Starting from an ordinary kid with enormous determination, slowly but surely Luffy began to become a great figure. Luffy's name began to be widely known in the world because there have been many great things he did during his journey as a pirate. Luffy's strength has also increased considerably compared to his past. In the eyes of the world government, Luffy was considered one of the dangerous pirates, since the value of the bounty he had now was 1.5 billion berries. This figure is very high because only certain people have bounties above 1 billion. All of his achievements and the great strength he currently possesses is certainly not only due to Luffy's training. Indeed, Luffy tried hard to achieve it all, but there are also characters who helped make him like now. This time, I will discuss the characters who played an important role for Luffy, both as a teacher, the spirit that influenced him, to the tough opponents who made Luffy's strength increase quite significantly. Who are they? During his life journey, there were certain characters who act as teachers to him. The teacher's role is very important in making Luffy stronger and learning new abilities. Here are the characters who were Luffy's teacher and who will most likely become Luffy's teacher one day. 1. Monkey D. Garp. Garp is the grandfather of Luffy who works as a Navy Vice Admiral. In fact, Garp is not an ordinary Vice Admiral because he has a great power which he once refused to rise to the rank of Admiral. Although he never refused promotion, Garp is still a true Navy that is respected by many people. As a true Navy, Garp also really wants Luffy to follow him to become a great Navy member. Therefore, in the past, Garp trained Luffy very hard, even though Luffy was still a child. Revealed in One Piece manga chapter 432, Garp has several times pushed Luffy to fall into a cliff. He also once forced Luffy into the jungle at midnight. Not only that, Garp had also tied Luffy's small body to a balloon so that Luffy could fly high. All of that is almost killing his life, but Garp's goal is to make Luffy a tough person. From there also, Luffy got the strength to survive without limits and was not afraid of anything. In a way, Garp is Luffy's childhood teacher who was instrumentally in making Luffy a tough and unyielding child. 2. Silverleg. Silverleg is a former deputy pirate Captain Roger who spent his whole age relaxing at Sabaody Island. Even though he was old, Rayleigh's power could not be underestimated because he was able to fight an admiral who was younger than him. On one occasion, Rayleigh had trained Luffy in Rusukaina Island for a year and a half. There, Luffy was really trained so hard that Luffy could master the basic of Haki. Haki training is very important because after entering the new world, Haki becomes an ability that must be possessed by every strong person. Due to that training, Luffy has been able to develop the power of his devil fruit. After the time skip, Luffy has been able to use new abilities such as Give 4. The ability is also divided into 3 types ranging from Bone Man, Tank Man to Stick Man. If Rayleigh hadn't been trained to master the basic of Haki, there's no way Luffy will be as strong now. Because of Haki, he has been able to fight various strong enemies he faced on his journey in the new world. In a way, Rayleigh's contribution to Luffy's life was enormous. 3. Hyogoro the Flower. Hyogoro was the leader of Yakuza in Wano Kuni who once held at the Udon prison. There, Hyogoro met Luffy, and there was even an occasion where the two of them fought together against Kaido's men. In One Piece manga chapter 939, Hyogoro shows his Busosoku Haki ability when he beats a member of the wild animal pirate named Madillo Man. Surprisingly, the Busosoku Haki that Hyogoro uses is at a high level. The impact can be felt before Hyogoro's hands hits the target. Even these great abilities can damage targets from within. Luffy felt attracted to the ability, so he asked Hyogoro to train him. Hyogoro was also willing to train Luffy. It didn't take too long for Luffy to be able to use the high-level power of Busosoku Haki. Now, in Wano Kuni, Luffy has mastered that ability, which makes me curious about what he will use when attacking enemies later. 4. Scuba Gabriel. Luffy's 3 teachers, who I discussed earlier, are facts from the stories that have been going on until now. However, in the fourth place, I added a little theory that there will be another character who become Luffy's teacher, namely Scuba Gabriel. Scuba Gabriel is one of the strongest crew owned by Gold Roger besides Silverleg. Until now, there has been no news about the state of him. Even so, I feel that Scuba Gabriel is still alive somewhere. Just a guess, it looks like Scuba Gabriel was on the last island according to the log post, named Star. Most likely, someday Luffy and his friends will go there, so they will meet with Scuba Gabriel. Seeing Luffy wearing a straw hat like Roger, and if Luffy told him he had been trained by Silverleg, it could be that Scuba Gabriel will train Luffy also to make Luffy even stronger as a successor to Roger. Apart from the very important role of the teachers in Luffy's life, there are also important roles of characters who have succeeded in making Luffy so motivated. Those characters influenced Luffy's spirit to achieve his goal. First, Shanks was a great pirate who befriended Luffy in the Fusa village. When Luffy was a child, Luffy really wants to be a pirate, and he wants Shanks to take him on an adventure together. However, Shanks never broke Luffy on the grounds that Luffy was so young and not strong enough to go to the wild sea. At one point, Luffy that broke by Huma to the sea was in danger because of the appearance of a racist sea monster. At that time, Luffy almost died. Luckily, Shanks arrived on time and saved Luffy. There, Shanks lost his left arm, which makes Luffy very sad. After that, Shanks motivated Luffy to leave his straw hat. When Luffy had become a great pirate, Luffy had to return the straw hat to Shanks. Luffy also promised to become a great pirate, even surpassing the Red High Pirates. That way, the role of Shanks is very influential in Luffy's life, because thanks to the help and motivation of Shanks, Luffy's determination to become a great pirate is even greater. Secondly, Jinbei was a strong fisherman who was once a Shichibukai, but later resigned because he helped Shirohige during the Marineford Peak War. At this time, Jinbei has officially joined the Straw Hats as a ship helmsman. Jinbei's role in Luffy's life proved very important because Luffy was devastated after Ace's death. Aether was in Luffy's sadness at the time because Ace died before his eyes. When Luffy was mentally devastated, that made him seem to have lost the spirit of life, Jinbei came to calm him. Jinbei also said to not only remember what was lost in life, but remember what was left. Luffy also remembers that he still has friends, so his sadness can be slightly reduced and he can slowly rise from adversity. There is another enemy guys who are actually faced by Luffy, which makes him stronger too. That is because from there, Luffy spent all his energy and learned from experience so that his abilities also increased. However, the enemies that Luffy had opposed, I chose two characters which according to me made Luffy's strength significantly increased. Rob Lucci was the strongest agent of CP9 2 years ago, who fought an all-out fight against Luffy at NES lobby. According to me, Luffy's fight against Rob Lucci was one of the best duels ever happened in One Piece story. From this duel, Luffy used his new technique, Gear 3. Luffy also repeatedly used Gear 2 technique, even though it had been used when Luffy against Blueno. Despite using two of his strengths, Luffy was still very inconvenient when facing Lucci. However, from the fight, Luffy was able to get up, especially because Usopp motivated Luffy from the building across. Although it is very difficult, in the end Luffy managed to defeat Rob Lucci with a jet gatling attack. From this battle, Luffy's strength increased quite dramatically. Secondly, Charlotte Katakuri is one of the Sweet Commander and has fought Luffy in the Mirror World. The fight between the two went very fierce, because Katakuri was really strong. However, thanks to his fierce battle against Katakuri, Luffy was able to master a new ability, the high-level Kanbunsuku Haki who could see a glimpse of the future. These were the characters who had been teachers, motivators, and enemies that made Luffy stronger.